Doing some work on our poor Dodge. Yeah, some jerk ran a stop sign and slammed into us, so I have my work cut out for us. Needless to say, our tie rods. Let's start with that. This tie rod was almost brand new. It doesn't even have a speck of rust on it yet, and you can see it bent the sleeve, and, well, this thing's seen better days now. So we changed that. Mixed that, the steering wheel's still upside down, and we need an alignment to start with, okay? So, a little trick, doing an alignment. If you measure, tires are pretty much the same. I mean, all the way around, they're going to be within like a 32nd of an inch, all the way around these things. So if you measure from that tire to this tire, to the same points, the front and the back, well, you can get pretty close to getting an alignment. So let me see here. If we go across, let me see if I show you here. And I catch right at the front of the tread there, and I come across here directly. It's tricky to see at this angle and film this. But we're looking at 60 1/4. See if you can see that. I'm on that point. Just touching. And just touching there. Comes in at 60 1/4. Okay? Now, if we come back here, this is where it gets interesting. Oh, climb under this thing. One of these days I'll get a lift. One day, it's always on the list of stuff to get. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on this side now. And go from there to here. Right there to right there. I'm at 59 3/4. I don't know what you're seeing down here. You could see that. But I am off a 1/2 inch overall, front to back. So we need to pull the front together a little bit. We need a little more toe in. If you look at that, that sucker's not straight either, so we're going to have to fix that. That's the problem. For now, we'll get the steering right, but we'll get a new one of those and straighten that. So, we come down to here, and we loosen this up, and we adjust this a little bit. We want to be able to pull this wheel in, so we want to tighten this one up a little bit. And that'll bring the front end together. We'll remeasure it. Loosen these bolts a little bit. We want to turn this. And check which direction you want to turn it, because one way is going to make this tighter, and one way is going to make this expand. So we'll go this way a little bit. Probably one more, a little bit, and that'll probably be enough. Oh, it's getting tricky to turn here. All right, let's measure again and see what we're looking at now. All right. Let's see here. I'll prop this up. $60 1/8 maybe. So we did move it a little bit. We're probably gonna have to go a touch more. Let's just go a touch more because we know we're gonna need it. Okay. Now I was going that way. Boy, is it getting tight. Take a turn this up in. 2 hands. That's pulling the tire in. Let's try that. Maybe that's enough. Oh, I'm not even at 60 right here, it looks like. Just shy, so I may have gone a touch much. Just at 60. Now, usually, if anything, you want to be ever so slightly towed in at the front, as opposed to towed out, because otherwise it'll make it dart around the road and grab. So, if anything, be slightly towed in by a 16th, or as close as you can get it, but error on that side. I'm at 60 1/8-ish. Just heavy. So I may have went a touch too much with that. Okay, I may have went a touch too much if I was 16 1/8 in the back. I think I'm just under in the front. Yeah, I'm just under. So I will go back one little turn. And we'll tighten that up. That should be pretty darn good to get me around for a while without killing my tires until I get to an alignment shop. However, I have a lot more work to do before I get there. All right, now, one of the tricks with these things people don't necessarily know, you want to keep these slots down. This way, if any water gets in there, it falls out of there and doesn't just rust. And have to see how this goes, because the wheel looks pretty straight there. However, that one's not. That's the next thing we have to adjust. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go take this for a quick little spin, and just to see how straight she goes. Let's get it up the driveway here. Make sure you're tight enough in the front that they don't pull right apart. Had that happen, that's no fun. So yeah, I was right. As we're going, it's hanging a little bit left as we go. Alright, so we got to adjust that. Sometimes backing up can be the best way, because you just line it up in a straight spot, and that'll tell you right there would probably be pretty straight. Yep, it's way off. Okay. So as we come back, the truck's going nice and straight. I can see that. We're going to leave this running. We have to adjust it that much. Careful when it's running when you go under it. Hold on. Okay. Now we got to turn this, give this a bunch of turns. We'll go check it in the front. Yeah. Wheels still straight. How are we looking here? All right, steering wheel's almost straight. So now that I think we're pretty close, we'll tighten this up and go test it again. Make sure you tighten these up, because this can pull right out of there if you don't. Saves you a bunch of trouble. And last time I brought my truck to get it aligned, I was within less than a 1/16 of an inch out of alignment. I mean, it was $70 to know that and tweak one wheel ever so slightly. So within reason, you can get it pretty darn close. This works with any car or truck. There are other ways you could do this. If you have straight edges, you can line them up against the tires. I don't recommend using 2x4s because they're going to be bent and moved. Nothing's ever straight anymore when it comes to wood. Like I said, usually the edge of the sidewall is, well, the edge of the tread, not the sidewall, because